today's video, we are going to be testing the Eride Pro's 72 volt 40 amp hour battery. We're doing two tests in this video. The first test is going to be here, a little bit more desert riding, not a lot of incline, super faster paced riding. And then in the second test, we're going to go up into the Utah mountains and we are going to do some single track up there, way more incline. This is going to be a real world test to see how this bike does and see how it handles in different situations. So let's get going, let's get riding. Okay, I'm gonna track this ride on OnX just so we can maybe get a little bit better of data and everything instead of just going off what the bike is saying. All right, so we are at 100% battery. Charged the battery all morning inside so it could stay a little bit warmer. We've had a little bit of a cold front. It's pretty chilly today, but it's not too bad. I think it's around like 50, 55. So I don't think performance-wise, I know these batteries when they're cold, they start to perform a little bit less, but I don't think it's cold enough to really have that problem. Nice. Not too bad, just a big old thing of nothing. Some whoops. Okay. I mean, the bike is really close. It says we've gone 6.0. OnX has said we've gone 5.9. So we're honestly not that far off, which is really cool. Since I started this, we've been going for 22 minutes, 88%. So, I mean, I'm not the best rider in the world, but that's pretty good. 6 miles. We've only gone down 12%, so let's see what else we can get ourselves into. We're getting close to the turn track up here. That should be kind of fun. Big whoops. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, we are now at 80%. Bike also says 9.4 miles. And yeah, I mean, again, pretty close, 9.3 on OnX. Been riding for 35 minutes. Still only down 20%, so that's pretty good. And if you've seen our old videos, you probably know I have never gotten this bike below 40%. So I don't even know how it reacts once you get down to the 30s, the 20s, and the 10s. All the research I've done, once you get to 30, that's when you start seeing a little bit less power. For me, and all the rides I've been doing, I've never even gone down to 40, so it's really not that big of a deal to me. I guess we're gonna see how much of a big of a deal it is today. Oh, sick. Wow, I'm far. There we go, people, the Utah mountains. That is freaking sweet. Let's go. I did not think I was gonna get over this far. Keep going, we're at 72%, 12 miles. So, nice, dude, this is so sick. All right, there's one slight crash. All right, we just hit 60%. OnX says we've gone 16.0 miles. So yeah, let's just keep ripping. Nice. All right, we just hit 40%. We've gone 23 miles, an hour and 32 of ride time, 23 miles in at 40%, so that's not too bad. Okay, we are now at 30%. So now is kind of when I'm expecting to start feeling a lot of that power drop. 26.8 miles. I'll keep you guys updated on when I start feeling some power loss. Nothing quite yet. It still feels really good. It still feels like it's in sport. Everything I've kind of heard is that once you start getting underneath 30%, it starts feeling like you're in eco mode, like with all the torque and everything. So we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm starting to feel it's not as torquey right when that throttle starts to twist. It's not as torquey. I'm at 24%. But I mean, top speed wise, I still have plenty of power for stuff like this. Like plenty of power when I'm riding on 2-track and single track stuff, so it's feeling good so far. Definitely lost some top end speed. I can feel it, and torque. I mean, we're at 21% and I'm still hitting 40, 42, so probably give or take 2 miles, but that's pretty good for being as low as I am on battery. A lot of the other tests I saw, it was a lot less than that. You were getting less power through there. Okay, we're at 14%. I have lost a lot of power. I mean, you guys can see I'm like full throttle. It's giving me, I'm hitting like 20 miles an hour, so luckily I'm pretty close to the truck, so I'm gonna just putter along back to the truck, see if I have to push it at all, but we should be fine. Yeah, lost a lot of power through 20 to 10. That is where I've seen the biggest drop for sure. Dang, I feel like I need to pedal. I need to pedal the bike. It's not going. Here's the main road. What a ride. This is really cool out here. We'll have to do some more videos out here soon. And we are back to the truck with 11%. Wow, we have gone quite a ways, to be honest. Much farther than I thought. Okay, I am very impressed with how far we were able to go with this bike. I ran it all the way down to 11%. We went 33.5 miles with an average speed of 15 miles per hour. I kept this bike in sport the entire time. I didn't even switch between eco or anything like that. And we rode for about a little over 2 hours. So let's get up in the mountains and test it out there. I'm gonna do this real quick. All right, we are out here doing test number 2 on the Eride Pro battery test. In this test, we are gonna be up more in the Utah mountains, doing a lot more single track, higher elevation, more steep climbs. Out in the desert, I do think I could have got a couple more miles. I just would have been going really slow, around 15 miles an hour, down to even 10 and 5. I could have got a little bit farther and definitely drained the battery below 11%. So in this one, I'm gonna try to get it to completely zero, even if I just gotta ride it back and forth in the parking lot, just to see when the battery dies and when the bike completely stops working. I'm not gonna try to get the most out of this battery. I'm just gonna ride how I normally would. It's also the beginning of November. We've had a little bit of snowfall here in Utah, so yeah, we're already hitting some snow, but so it is a little bit colder. I want to say it's not that much colder from my last test out in the desert. The battery's at 100%. It's been warm all night in the house. It was in the car the whole ride here, so battery's pretty warm. So I'm not too worried about the cold being a super big factor. We got Riley here with me today. He's testing his MX3 battery, which is 4 years old almost. So if you guys are interested in seeing on like how these batteries actually hold up, we're literally testing a 3-year-old battery. Gonna take it all the way down as low as we can. So if you're interested in seeing that, subscribe and watch for that video coming out. It might already be out if I don't have this one done before he gets that one done, but we just hit 90% on the battery. So let's take a look at OnX and see how we're doing. All right, just hit 90%. We're 2.3 miles. So I think this is a little bit lower than in the desert. But yeah, we're gonna keep going and see where we're at. All right, we just hit 80%. The bike says 60 or 6.2 miles. And yeah, OnX says we got 6.1. We're at 80%. Nothing crazy, but we're only 20% down, so we'll keep on going. Oh yeah, baby. Just move to Utah. Just kidding, this is Wyoming. Don't move to Utah. It's not cool here. Dude, I'm actually interested. How's your, on the really soft spots, how's your back tire doing? What? It's not spinning out really? Dude, mine is spinning out a lot. I know, dude. Like yours actually has like, it's not that caked, mine's way caked. All right, we just hit 70% on the battery. OnX says 9.6, so 9.6, 30%, and a little bit of colder weather isn't too bad. We're gonna keep going. I'll update you guys at 60%. Yeah. Sounds good. All right, you're gonna head down, yeah? All right, dude, well, I'll see you at the truck. Let me get my keys, yeah. See you at the truck. I'll try not to keep you waiting too long. Yeah. All right, solo dolo now. Riley's headed back to his car. Battery's getting low, so he's like, I need to turn around. But me, on the other hand, I think I can make another full loop and a half probably of what we started on. So I'm gonna start heading back on that loop that we did right at the very beginning and see where we're at. Okay, but I just hit 60%. So let's get an update for you guys. All right, 60%, 13.1 miles. And we got an hour and almost a half, hour 25 of ride time. So we're gonna keep going. Only at 60, we're not even halfway there. All right, we just hit 50%. I'm not gonna pull out the GPS just because the Eride has been doing a good job at being close enough. So we've gone 16.2 and we are at 50%. So it looks like we could get around the 30 mark in mileage. So we're gonna find out. Oh my gosh. Oh, I almost just broke my hand and my bars. Holy, that was a close one. That would have been tragedy, honestly. Okay, 40%, 18 and a half miles. Bike says 19, so a little off, but head back towards the truck just in case I lose a lot of battery, but let's keep going. There's getting some snow up on top, so I don't think I'll get any, but maybe I will, we'll see. Honestly, might be able to make it another loop. I'm gonna try to make another loop for you guys. Might be going really slow towards the end, maybe put it in eco just to get back to the truck, but I think I started the loop with 60, I'm at like 34. So, I mean, in theory, I could make it as long as the bike doesn't cut out on me after like 10%. So I don't know if I'm gonna hit the 30 mark like we did in the desert ride. The hill climbs on riding like this up in the mountains, I think it really just sucks the battery down pretty low. It just takes off more as you're riding. So definitely interested to see what we end up with. All right, guys, we are on the section of trail that is a little bit more downhill, but I'm at 18%. You can see it blinking at me. So gonna go on the little bit more downhill section, just go right to the truck, see what I end up at, and then I'll probably just ride it around, maybe try some of the hill climbs, just see how the battery works. Gonna keep riding and we'll see you guys down there. Oh my goodness, I'm going the wrong way. I am going the wrong way. I was like, wait, that would have been tragic. It's like, I recognize this trail. I haven't been on it all day today though. Here's my trail. I go up, not down. That would have been tragic. Get all the way down. That would have taken me pretty far down, pretty far from the truck, and I don't really have a way to communicate with Riley for him to come get me, so good thing I caught that. Ooh. First tip over. It's gotta happen to me at some point, right? Now I'm at 14 right now, so I'm assuming here soon on these hills, if I hit a bunch more, I'm definitely gonna start seeing that battery and the power just decline pretty heavy. And I'm already feeling it. I'm full throttle right now, going like 20. Can't go much faster on this in some of these sections, but I'm already feeling that. Oh yeah, full throttle, going like 13 up hills. We are definitely feeling the loss of power right now. We just hit 13, so similar to what I saw with the desert riding. I also haven't had regen on except for like the last 4 or 5 miles, which, I mean, however you want to ride, you ride it that way. So I do think if I had regen on the whole time, I'd probably get, honestly, probably close to like 4 to 5 extra miles maybe, especially with how much downhill we've been doing this ride. I mean, the bike still has plenty of torque to get me up some of this stuff. I haven't gone anything super steep yet, but we're still at 12%, so I might come back up some of this, just see what power is like going uphill. All right, well, we're back to the truck. We're at 10%, so I'm just gonna cruise around, see what I can do, see how much farther I can go. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, not a whole lot. I'm full throttle right now. Barely making it. I can barely balance. Full throttle. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna make it up this steeper. See, this is what I'm talking about. So under 10%, like these bikes just aren't giving you a whole lot. So like, what's the point to be out on trails like this? Because I'm full throttle in sport and it is just dying on me. Oh, there it goes. So we just hit 5% and I ain't got nothing left. Throttle completely cut out on me. I'm gonna get back down to this little shoulder. See if I can. I'm paddling. Paddle me down. But yeah, 5% and I have nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, and it's giving me an error code right here. The bike's beeping at me. So let's see if we can turn this thing back on. All right, it's turning back on, so that's good news. Okay, throttle kicks back on. Let's get back down to the truck. We'll go up this hill climb, see how far we can get, if we can even. Oh yeah. Not a whole lot. Now at 4%. There we go, bike cut out again. So yeah, guys, I think that's probably it for us. All the way down to 4%, that's pretty much it. I'm sure if I turned it on and off, it would give me some more, but that's all we got. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this battery test. We ended up with 31.1 miles. So pretty close to what we did in the desert. I think I would have been able to push the desert just a little bit more just because we're not doing as much elevation gain. But as you can see, super muddy ride, a lot of elevation gain. I'll put the stats up here for this ride and for the desert ride. Pretty happy with the bike, honestly. Would it be nice to get more range out of this bike? For sure. And with an upgraded battery, you for sure could do something like that. But for this bike being completely stock, over 30 miles in trails like this is honestly really good. No complaints here. So thank you guys for watching. Hit subscribe. We're also doing a Talaria MX3 bike. If that video's up, I'll put it right here. If not, it's coming soon. So we'll catch you guys later. Peace.